What's up, everybody? This is Darren Wong representing the Kinjas, and in this video, we're going to learn a breaking freeze called the pilot or the stab. So whether you're new to the channel or you've been previously watching my videos, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the description box below. It really helps fund these videos and helps me keep creating them. Alright, so the pilot or the stab is a very good technique to get down before trying to do any ground freezes like the baby freeze or a chair freeze. Alright, so like I mentioned in the shoulder freeze video, all freezes have a center of balance. Now for the pilot of the stab, it's actually going to be in the center of our body because our hand is going to be placed a little bit above our hips. Alright, so let's get started. Now I'm just going to go over the left hand just because I'm left-handed, but again, the same concepts and technique applies to your right hand, and you should also practice on both hands anyways. Alright, so the first two things you need to find out for your own body type is what direction to place your hand and also where to place your elbow. Now everyone's going to be a little bit different just because we're all built a little bit differently, but for your hand, instead of placing it face down like you're doing a push-up, you actually want to turn it sideways, or you could turn it all the way around, whatever is going to be comfortable for you. Now for your elbow, that's going to be different as well. So you want to find your belly button and where your hip bone is, and you want to place your elbow anywhere that's comfortable for you. So for some people, just because of flexibility or muscles, they can't get it all the way in to the middle, so it'll be a little bit off to the side, but you want to try your best to find your belly button and your hip and place it somewhere in the middle between there. Alright, so let's try to figure those two things out for yourself. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this a little bit better. All I want you to do is keep your legs wide. This will make it a little bit easier, almost like you're doing a frog stance. So from here, I'm going to place my left hand down, and I'm going to turn it to the side. So I'm going to place that down first. This right hand over here is just for balance. So you can place it anywhere for yourself, but the main weight is going to be over this left arm. So don't put too much weight on this right arm. It's going to be mostly on this left arm. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my elbow down, and I'm going to let my body go down to the floor, trying to keep my chest up for now. Now for here, you're kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable. This is why it's called a stab, because it's going to be stabbing your stomach. So go ahead and figure out where it's most comfortable for you. Again, some people might feel more comfortable turning it all the way around and then bending their elbow down. So really find that spot that's good for you and just hang out there. Alright, so just so you can see a different angle, I'm going to turn the front so you can see this. So my hand again, I'm going to turn it to the side because that's what's most comfortable for me. I'm using this hand just strictly for balance. I'm not putting any weight over it. Most of my weight is on this arm. My legs are spread apart. All I'm going to do is let my body go down, trying to keep my chest up and let my elbow find a spot between my belly button and my hips. So I'm dropping down here and I feel this stab in my stomach. So again, just hang out here. Don't try to lift off yet. Just kind of feel your spot and try to adjust wherever you need to figure out what is good for you. Alright, so once you find what's most comfortable for you, now we're going to try to lift off the ground. Now we're not going to try to hold it yet. All I want you to do is tap off and tap back to the ground. That way you get the feeling of having all your weight on one arm. So again, I'm turning my hand to the side. I'm letting my body drop. My legs are wide. Now all I'm going to do for now, I'm going to lean a little bit more forward because that's what's going to create my body to go up. So my chest is going to allow my body to go forward, and that will allow my legs to go up. So I'm going to lean forward, my legs go up, and I lean back. So what you want to focus on here, it's almost like a teeter-totter. Okay, your chest is going to be in charge of lifting your feet up. So don't think trying to kick your feet up. All I want you to do is lean forward with your chest and lean back. So don't think feet, think more chest going forward and chest going back. So again, I'm here in position. My legs are apart. I'm focusing on my chest going down forward, which will allow my feet to go up, and I'll come back down. So again, forward and back. And again, I'm trying to keep most of my weight on this left arm. My right arm is there strictly for balance. Alright, so the main thing I have my students focus on while they're doing this drill is how their chest is affecting their balance. So if you notice, if you drop your chest further to the floor, your legs come higher up, and the more you lean back with your chest, your legs will go back down to the floor. So it really is a teeter-totter effect. So really focus on how your chest is affecting your balance while you're doing this drill. Alright, so one mistake I do see my students do while they're trying this drill is they start to use their feet too much and they try to kick off the ground. So that kind of looks like this. So they're in this position, they're relying on their feet to kick off, and they're not focusing on their chest. So once you do this, you're not focusing on balance, you're just using your brute strength to get off the ground. But once you start focusing on your chest just going forward, your legs will naturally come up And if you bring your chest up, your legs will naturally come back to the ground. All right, so once you understand how your chest is affecting your balance, now it's time to find your balance point. Now, again, everyone's gonna be a little bit different. Some people are more top heavy, other people are more bottom heavy. So you might need to lean a little bit more, or you might need to lean a little bit less depending on your body. So again, I'm here, I'm setting up, my legs are apart to make this a little bit easier. This hand again is just for balance. So I'm gonna drop my chest until I find that perfect center, and I'm gonna try to hold it. Now again, most of my weight is on my left. This right arm isn't really doing anything, okay? So your left is really taking all the weight, and that is your center. All right, so I'm gonna turn to the front so you can see the different angle, just to show you that all my balance is over my left arm, and I'm really not focusing too much on this right hand. So again, I'm setting up, putting my arm down, and I'm gonna use my chest to go down until my feet come up, and I'm in that perfect center. Now again, this right hand isn't really doing anything. It's all on this left side. All right, so a common problem my students run into while trying to find their center of balance is that they find themselves relying too much on both of their hands, okay? So since your left arm for me is down, I need to twist my body a little bit to the left. That way my center is over towards my left. So it's similar to how we're in this footwork position, and if we need to go on our left leg, we shift a little bit to the left. So same thing is happening here. If my left arm is down, I need to shift my body slightly to the left. That way all my weight is on this left side. So it can't be in the center, because if you're in the center, you're relying on both hands. Same if you're doing right hand, you need to shift a little bit to the right. Same as if we're here and I need to go on this leg, then I'll shift all my weight over here. That way this leg is free. All right, so similar to the shoulder freeze, if you feel like you're falling a certain direction, whether it's left, right, back, or forward, you need to counterbalance it. So we already kind of did this with our whole chest thing as we move forward or back with it. If you feel like you're moving back, like towards your feet, you need to push your chest down a little bit further. Opposite, if you're going too far forward, then you need to push your feet back a little bit. And if you're going to the left a little bit, you just need to shift your body a little bit to the right. Same thing to the right, shift your body a little bit to the left. All right, so once you feel comfortable finding your center of balance, now it's time to mess with different leg variations. That way you feel different weights as your legs are in different positions. So the progression I usually take my students through is I'll have them start with bent leg, then one leg straight, and then the other leg straight, and then both legs straight, and then I'll have them both together. All right, so I'm gonna turn in front so you can see those variations again. So again, I'm gonna start with both legs bent, then I'll stick one leg out, then I'll switch it, then I'll have both legs out, and then I'll have both towards the center. All right, so as you go through this progression of leg variations, you're gonna find out that you need more strength in order to hold your body up. That's because your legs are extending, creating more weight in the back, and it's creating a heavier lever towards the back. So you're gonna need to hold your body forward more in order to balance yourself out. So go ahead and practice those different leg variations in order to get comfortable with all of them. Alright, so that's it for this video. Now if you found that a little bit difficult, don't worry. There's two things I want you to focus on while you're practicing this movement. The first is really utilizing your chest and your legs to find your center of gravity. The second one is just practicing over and over again to build up your strength, especially in your wrist. We're not used to carrying our body just with our wrists, so really just keep practicing in order to build up that wrist strength in order to hold this movement. Alright, so as always, if you liked the video, go ahead and do me a favor, like this video, share it with at least 3 of your friends, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, leave a comment below if you're struggling with your pilot or your stab, and I'll try to help you out. I'll see you in the next one. What's up? Alright. And pilot. Side. Now it's time to figure out where you're bound. Oh. That strength. You're not normally gonna subscribe to my channel.